Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good.
Good afternoon.
Sound just came on. I'm in my office. Make sure it's working. How is everybody today? Good. Well, the end is near. So I know everybody's excited about that, but no time to slow down. Got to keep on going. Got to push through the cap. Rachel and Brad have already got task one in, and so we're well on our way for that. So that's great. That is great. I don't know if we can. I want to attempt something tonight. Doesn't take long. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I want to see if I can play a YouTube video to kind of it's a short one. It's kind of summarize. I don't normally do this a lot. Let's see if I can get this to work. Let me know if it's not working now. Let me know if you can't see it or you can't hear it. Share. All right, can y'all see the picture on the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right, I think it's about 7 o'clock. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play this, and we're gonna have a little. If I don't cry too much, we'll have a discussion. So this is a young lady from Special Olympics, and this is a professional golf tournament, the Phoenix Waste Management Open, and the young man, the young golfer is Gary Woodland. He's in the video, but it's kind of self-explanatory. There's a couple of takeaways from it, but I'm gonna go ahead and play the video. Welcome everybody. I hope everybody's having a good week. Let me go ahead and get started.
How are you? Are you Amy?
Yes.
Can you hear it?
I'm Gary. Nice to meet you.
Yes, sir.
You are? You want to come with a home with us?
Yes.
Come on, let's go. I'm back. What's your name? Amy. Very good job.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. You're a heck of a player.
Yeah.
You want to hit a shot?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Oh. Yeah.
What's your golf shoes? We got your clubs right here.
Focus, all right? They love me. I do.
There you go. Oh. Let's do it.
Yeah.
See the tee?
Hi.
See the flag right in the middle?
Yeah.
You got this, kiddo.
Yeah. I got it.
Nice. Give me a 5. Whoa.
So cool. They love me. Awesome. Awesome.
You like all these people?
Yeah.
You want to hit it out?
Yeah.
You do?
Yes, I do.
Let's do it.
I got this.
I love it.
You can do this. You can do this.
Nice. That is awesome. That is awesome. Let's go. Let's go, bud. We're going to make
Okay.
this.
Yeah.
That is so good.
Awesome. Thank you.
That was fantastic.
Thank you. It's amazing.
What do you think? Going a little left?
Yeah.
You go ahead and make that.
Okay. I got this.
You got it?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
That is so awesome.
Yes.
You are so awesome.
Thank you.
That is so good.
Thank you.
Wait.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh my
Yes.
God. You are so good.
Thank you.
Amy, it was awesome to meet you. You're an inspiration to us, all right?
Okay.
You're our hero.
Oh, you're amazing. Thank you. I'm so proud of you. You happy? Yes.
Let me close that. Stop my share. All right, an appropriate way to start our last evening together. You got this. You can do this. Um, you have you're 2/3 of the way through your journey now, and I'm in no way implying I'd be the the person in the video with issues, but my point in showing this video tonight is that we sometimes we don't know ourselves what we're capable of, and we just have to believe in ourselves and kind of push through. You've got this. You've gotten through this course. Will be the toughest one that you have, not because I teach it, but because of the content. You've all excelled. You've all done well. As a group, I've never had a group that was as good from top to bottom. This group, you've got what it takes. It will be a daunting challenge. Um, you know, it's kind of like it will be a tough journey. It's tough, but it's rewarding. Just like this video is very rewarding to me. It gives us a number of lessons to take away. Is never sell our students short. Believe in them. Believe that every student is worth our time, our attention, the hard work that we put in. Every teacher is worth that for us as administrators. And a lot of what we have to do is based on our own self-belief that the bigger good, that we're changing lives and we're making a difference. This program, you got this. You'll knock this out this summer. But going forward, I won't get to spend as much time with you as I have this summer. But I want you to leave with the belief in yourself that you've got this. You can do this, and it's a worthy goal. Changing people's lives and adding value, being that servant leader, it's worth it. It's worth this. And so my message to you is I know that things were tougher this semester. There was less hand holding and more, gradual release or intentional abandonment or whatever. But I feel comfortable in saying that all of you got this. You can do this. And so that is my charge to you as we go forward. I don't have a lot tonight. I do want to talk about two things specifically tonight. One is the future of public education, and that, let me share my screen, is charter schools. Housekeeping item: if you haven't applied for graduation this summer, make sure you do that. So I just put that up. But North Carolina charter schools, I want to say a few things about charter schools. I have a link to them. I want to make sure everybody understands charter schools are public schools. It is a fallacy that they steal money from public schools. Remember the modified accrual accounting system. You only get the money monthly. And so all the money doesn't go from a charter school kid over to the charter school. And then when he comes back, the money comes right back with him. Remember, it's in installments. It doesn't come all at the beginning. And so charter schools are a wave of the future. You can like them, dislike them, but they are public schools. They serve students, and that's what's important. I will be the first to say the good ones are good and the bad ones are bad, just like traditional public schools. But that is the wave of the future. Also, vouchers. There will be some vouchers for private and charter schools. That will continue to be a thing as well. But again, if you're interested in seeing the populace educated, if you're interested in what's best for all kids, I implore you, don't just automatically think that charter schools or private schools or any kind of public separate schools are bad, or private separate schools. Our job as educators is to educate every child, and every child doesn't always fit. I think that's the lesson to take away from COVID is that we have to find different ways. We're going to have to be a little more creative in trying to make sure that we can educate our populace, because a democracy depends upon an educated populace. Our job as educators is to do just that, is to educate our students. And so this is my pitch at the end of the semester, that the wave of the future is not just going to be traditional brick and mortar schooling as we know it now. We've already seen the doors open to different type of virtual schools, charter schools, private schools. As long as it's school and as long as kids are learning, that's all that should matter to us. And so I'll get off my soapbox on that one. So I want to make sure that you kind of know where we're headed for the future. Things might not look always the way they have in the past, but that's okay. And so our last assignment was to look at the case study in our book about not reporting. It falls under the category of, again, principal didn't do the right thing. But I want to remind us that sexual harassment, sexual crimes are a big part of what's going on today, unfortunately. Make sure you follow all the reporting rules. Make sure that you involve the police, especially in crimes. You are not qualified to do those investigations. And I also have this, Title IX was updated last summer, but puts a lot more burden on schools to first of all contact police, but to be more complete in their investigation and follow through and make sure, and that has to be reported as well. So I have this link in there. And so Title IX, of course, is equity. Goes back to some of the other cases and some of the other things that we've covered this semester. But sexual harassment is real, and not just sexual, but gender, LGBT harassment is real. It's one of the things that's become too widespread in our society, and we in schools have to be proactive to stop this and make sure that every child is celebrated and every adult is celebrated in our buildings. And that starts with making sure that this kind of thing doesn't happen. And it's not, and we don't just stop it or address it because it's the law. It's the right thing to do. It goes back into this. I got this, we got this, that all kids have value, all faculty have value. Every person deserves a place to come that they can be safe and secure and try to learn. And for many of the students that we serve, this is their one and only opportunity to make a better life for themselves. And let's make sure that we don't short circuit that by allowing them to be victims in our buildings. That's my soapbox on that one as well. I've reminded you to sign up for graduation. There is a PowerPoint here. I'm going to make sure that I will drop it under tonight's session. I'll do that actually while we speak. If you'll give me 1 second here, I will upload this file and make sure that we have this. So if you have not applied for graduation, the registrar has put out A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, has put out a little PowerPoint on how to apply for graduation. And so that will be under tonight's, will be how to apply for graduation. It's a PowerPoint. Make sure that you cover that. I think everybody just about has done that. Vouchers now. I don't really have anything else. We've already covered the cap. And so I will part with my gift to you, and I'm going to open up the floor. My gift to you is this, and so you need to download this now and not lose it. So this is my gift to you. My parting gift to you for this semester is this. Here is the template for the SOP. I know we told you we wouldn't give you another one, but here's my gift to you. And it tells you where you will find all of the things in red that you will need for your SOP next semester. And it's simply a copy and paste. It's putting together the first 5 of your evidences to build your school improvement plan. Please make sure some of them have some instructions with them. So, but for each of these, make sure that you have looked at this, and it tells you where you will find all the things that you will need for all the 6 prompts of the SOP. So this is my gift to you. It is under tonight's lesson as well. So make sure that you download this thing, don't lose it, so that you can access it this summer when you're going to need it. So please continue with your CAP. Some of you've already started. A couple have already done, 1 or 2 of the task. You're going to need to knock that CAP out pretty quickly. Now remember, everything is due 8 weeks into the summer. That's the deadline. It's 8 weeks into the summer, and so you've got the CAP to do, which is pretty heavy duty. So make sure that you get that CAP. You get don't take your little time off a day or 2, but then get right back into this next week and get that CAP knocked out. And then the SOP won't be too bad if you use that template that tells you where to go and look for these things. Now, if you're just hunting, it's going to take you forever. I'll just tell you now. So download that template, and in red it tells you this is where you'll find the information they're asking you for, and you'll compile it, and you'll say, well, Dale, golly gee, that thing's going to be 100 pages. Yes, it will be. So don't think that, oh, I can knock this out in a day or 2. It's going to take you a while, even though it's just a copy and paste. You're going to have to go pull that information, get it in a format, and then and may have to put 2 or 3 things together. And so, yeah, it's going to take you a little while. But if you have this roadmap of where to go and get it, it's 2 weeks versus 8 weeks to do this thing. You're going to have about 2 weeks to get it done. Time you knock your CAP out, you're going to have about 2 weeks to get this done. Then you're going to have to shift over and complete your competency folio. So yes, you're going to have to do 80 hours on your internship this summer as well. Remember, you got 8 weeks to get all this done. You can start counting hours now if you've got your spring one done. Yes, it's going to be a squeeze now. I'm telling you, it's going to be a squeeze. You've got 8 weeks basically from the time of summer school, and everything's got to be done. That's your CAP, your SOP, your 80 internship hours, your competency folio. All that's got to be done 8 weeks in. It's going to take you, you need to make sure you allow some time to do those things other than your evidences. So if you can knock your CAP and your SOP out in the first 4 weeks, that'll give you 4 weeks to do all the other things. Sometimes students just have to go to work, 8 hours, 6 or 8 hours a day for a couple of weeks and knock their hours out. I mean, if that's what it takes, that's what you'll have to do. I mean, but you got to knock your 80 hours out this summer. You got to finish your competency folio, and you got to get both of those evidences done. And that's the big rocks. And you'll have, the clock will start on May 17th. When we start summer school, you got 8 weeks from that day, period. And there's not a lot that I can do to help you on that one. All this stuff has to go in because we have to do the licensure piece and all that at the end. Licensure is Wendy Turbyfield. She's the person that has sent you an email about licensure, and she'll send you another one this summer. And I only have so much sway over licensure. So you got 8 weeks from the time summer starts to get that done. Let me share my screen. And the last thing is competency folio. Dr. Maraglia and Dr. Caton. Dr. Caton had a retirement for one of her APs tonight, but they will be available. I will be available. You can request comments from me or from them. And so let me share my screen, remembering that when we go into task stream, we don't go into our DRF, we go into folios and web pages, remembering that digital learning competencies, nothing goes there. Nothing goes there. That's just to show you what they are. They're all embedded in these 21. So communication, you've got to do one from the app cell, one from the SOP, and one from your open-ended, from your internship log experiences. You've got to have 3. One of them's got to be digital. That's why I said that email permission from your principal to form your PLC and something like that from last semester. That's an app cell and it's a digital. Don't use one picture or artifact item more than twice throughout your log. I mean, throughout your folio. You know, you can only use it twice. Let me look at this right quick. I got all them. All right, and then you know, and so in the end, you're going to be able to, let me move that out of the way. You see, you can request comments up here. You can request them from me, Dr. Maraglia, or Dr. Caton. You can also publish and share this, and you can download a PDF version. Also, it'll generate a link that you can send to a prospective employer. And so when you send it, when they open up that link, when that link is open, this is what it will look like when they get it. And when they go to open up your communication, it will look like this. Hopefully it will have your little bit, you don't have to have as much narrative as an era, but you know, she's telling us what we're going to see in these artifacts down here. And that's the way it looks. And see, here's a zoom and some, you know, some pictures. And so, but this in the end is what it will look like. Again, make it look professional like this one. You don't have to have as much narrative, but make it look, at least tell us what we're going to see in those artifacts that are attached down here below. So please make sure that you understand, yes, you can get by with just putting them in there for us, but if you're going to share this with a prospective employer, make it look as good as possible. That's what we're interested in. Make it look as professional as you can. And if you can just work with it and do that. You know, you got all these links up here. You can edit this thing and you can make it really look nice. But again, you request comments from me or one of your coaches, and you can publish and share it when you get through with it at the end. Now, when you get this thing completed in your 605 shell, it's going to give you directions of how to upload it from here over to your DRF portfolio for evaluation. Let me make sure I spend a little time on this now. I have so much trouble with this at the end. You will have to move this. You publish and share it and download a PDF so you can get back to it. But you're going to have to publish and share this to, you know, let people see it. But you're going to have to upload it into your DRF portfolio for it to be evaluated by us before it goes to the state. So let me make sure that you understand that piece. So when you go to your TaskStream DRF portfolio, and I'm going to switch over to author. And this is y'all. This is me. All right. So when I get there, now these directions and a short video will be in your 605 shell. But I want to do this so that you'll be reminded of that, not to get this wrong. All right. Okay. So when you go into your DRF portfolio, after you have completed your competency folio, you come here and you click on final. That's why it says final competency folio. All right. So when you get here, directions. Please submit your final competency folio for evaluation. And so what you're going to do is an artifact created in TaskStream, that would be you, from a folio. You click on that one, select category, web folios, select work, file 20, add file, save and return, submit. And it's just that simple. I have a video that will be in your 605 that is about 2.5 minutes, where I walk you through how to do this. Now, again, the important things are, You can't publish and share it. You have to upload it this way into your DRF portfolio for final evaluation. And I'll do a town hall with you to remind you. You'll have a video in that. But the main thing is, do not attempt this until it is complete. Once you have done this, I can't undo it. You got to make sure that your folio is complete and ready. Your coaches said it's good to go, and then you will upload it. But this is the one and done. This is a one-shot deal, and this is the one that goes to state for the grading. The one you publish and share goes to an employer, or you can use it. But this is the one that they're going to download when this thing goes with your DRF portfolio to the state to check it to make sure it's right. So make sure that it's complete, and then you will, once you have completed it, and you need to make sure that you spend some time. Now, got folks, if you maybe yours doesn't look the best, or you didn't do things right last semester, or you need some help, your coach will be glad to work with you, or I will be glad to work with you. And we'll go in and look and see what you got. We'll have to Zoom to do that so that you can show us your screen. But we'll be glad to do that. To go in and work with you. If you feel like you need some additional work, just contact your coach first. And if your coach is not available pretty quickly, I'll do it. But we'll go in and we'll get you fixed up and make sure that your folio is going in the right direction. That it's going to look good when you get through at the end. Again, I can tell you right now. I was on a Zoom with a principal down in Franklin County, Lewisburg today. And one of the things that he said to me is the Gardner Webb, this was unprompted, the Gardner Webb people are so impressive. And one of the things that he really liked is he's had a couple interns, really likes that competency folio. That is such a good indicator of the kind of work that you will do and what you've done. That that again, pictures paint 1,000 words, folks. And so, if you're really, you got this. If you really want to be a school administrator, you need to not come up to the end of summer and just throw stuff in there and it just be kind of haphazard. Plan your time starting now. Knock your cap out. Get your PSYOP done. Leave yourself some time at the end that you can devote to this competency folio, making this thing look professional. I hate to say this, and I'm not advocating this, but I've actually had students who got involved with professional video people to help them with theirs, to make it look as professional. Remember, this is going to be those things that you can take out and share with prospective employer. And we hire people to help us with resumes and do resume services. This is 10 times more powerful than a resume. In getting an administrative job in school, this is 10 times more powerful. People spend time and money on their resume. Spend the time and money on this. Again, I don't advocate that you go hire a professional, but make this thing look like, it shouldn't look like somebody's 6th grade kid's project that you put on the refrigerator. That's not what this ought to look like if you want to get a job. This is about impressing somebody enough that they will give you the shot. And again, when you're going out and interviewing for these jobs, my word, again, the same advice I've always, your strengths are always dispositional. I'm honest, I'm forthright, I'm a hard worker, I'm dedicated, I'm all those things. My weaknesses are inexperience, but I will learn and I'll learn fast. I know what I don't know and I'll get right on learning it. This is an example of that. Here are the things that I can do. Make this thing be, dress it up and put a bow on it. Make it look as good as you can. And the only way to do that, and I tell you, going into summer, the folks that finish in 605 in the summer, I see some of the poorest work in that competency folio, and 24 hours before the deadline. I mean, just it's awful. It's awful. And I know it's not indicative of the work that you can do. It's simply a time thing. So again, I implore you to understand how short your time is, how quick this is going to go, getting your 80 hours, knocking out both your cap and your PSYOP. That PSYOP is a monster. It's 100 pages, 120 pages long. That thing's a monster. It's cut and paste, but it's, a lot of linking narrative. You got to read through it, make it make sense. Don't come up, at the end, and what suffers is the thing that we're going to put in the hand of a prospective employer. So I've harped on that enough. All right. I'm actually done a minute and a half earlier. I'm going to turn it over to I hate Dr. Caton's not here. I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Maraglia. Then we're going to open up the floor. Dr. Maraglia, close for the semester.
I just want to say thank you to everyone. This was my first semester working in this capacity with Dr. Lamb, and I have really enjoyed, especially those of you that I've gotten to work with directly, but just as a group, I've learned from you. And I think that's something to take with you. As long as you can keep learning and be excited about it, then that will carry you a long way. But I wish you all the very best. And please don't ever hesitate to reach out if you have a question about anything at all. I will try to help in any way that I can.
All right, we're opening up the floor. Thank you, Dr. Maraglia. Again, I appreciate you and Dr. Caton, your perspective as sitting administrators. I love that. I'll open up the floor for anybody that has a final thought tonight. My prayers are with all of you and your families as we continue to battle COVID and the aftermath of COVID and what's continuing to go on. I am so proud of you. You are my heroes. You, the folks that go to the buildings every day, and continue to, in the face of a pandemic, continue to go and fight the good fight. I'm not nearly as brave as y'all. I'd have figured out some way, faked an injury and stayed home, I'm afraid. But I'm appreciative of what you do, and I thank you for that. And so the floor is yours. Anybody with closing comments?
Oh, hi, good night, everyone. How are you guys doing?
Good.
All right, I just want to say thank you so much, Dr. Lamb, Dr. Maraglia, and Kate. Dr. Caton, she's not here yet. I don't see her. I don't think she's online yet.
No, she's got one of her assistant principals is retiring, and they've got their retirement dinner in Pittsburgh.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
So she sends her regards and thanks all of you.
Yes, just want to say thank you so much for being thorough. I know we're in the process of maybe, being future leaders and so on. So you guys have really inspired us, to work hard and, do our best in whatever areas that we're doing. So thanks again for all the support and everything that you have given us, because I'm sure just as though we work hard in the 603 and 601, we're going to do the same thing for 605. So thanks again for everything.
Thank you, Tamara. All right, I think everybody has written their thanks and goodbyes. So y'all will be back together. I'll be with you second Monday of summer school. I'll do the Legacy Town Hall, and I'll see you all again then. So that will be the 24th of May. So y'all get 19 days without having to see me. So y'all have a good time, and I'll see you again on Monday, May 24th at 7 p.m. for our final Legacy Town Hall, where we'll go over all of our dates and make sure that we get everything done for summer. So if nothing else, I will see you on the 24th. Thank you. Everybody have
Thank you, Dr. Lamb.
Have a good break. Thanks. Good night.
Thanks, y'all.